I get one every time there's something that I'm proud of or I want to remember. I did get tattoos while I was travelling, yeah. I got this one here, it says lads on tour, because I got it with a bunch of lads on tour. This was the first time I played in Japan, so I got a Japanese symbol. I think I know what it means, but it might mean like yo sushi or something. I got that in Australia, which was really, really painful.
This tattoo down here, which says everything I wanted but nothing I'll ever need. No, I made it up actually, so yeah, I'm deep. Not really that deep. It's like my third or fourth tattoo. The story behind this one, every time I've done this, I've probably been at least a little bit drunk or wavy, one-way censoring. Everyone was going to the tattoo shop and I thought I'm just going to get something like whatever it is. So I started Googling random stuff and then I'm like, oh yeah, that'll be cool. And the guy put me on the front desk, so I'm like lying face down on the front desk at the shop. And then he put the design on and I hadn't got the heart telling me it was too big because I was just like nervous. He was like a big like tattoo like biker guy and I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna get it. And I literally woke up the next morning in a little bit of a haze, not really remember what was going on, but I knew my arm was really hurting. And I was like, oh no. And then I was like having flashbacks of what happened the night before. And I looked down at my arm and I was like, oh my God. And this was the only tattoo I ever Googled, like how do you remove tattoos? And on the night time, we were performing on X Factor America. This is my singing arm, I forgot it was my microphone arm, so then bang, like arrows are going up, like it's all working out. And my dad was at home in the UK and turned around to my sister when my arm came up on the TV and went, I hope they're bloody stickers. I regretted it massively, but I think what you find with tattoos is like for anyone who feels like they have a bad tattoo or something out there, like it just becomes part of you, like it becomes like a little scar on your skin that you keep with you and it's a story and it's a memory of something that you did. And then funnily enough, this actually became my whole Hugo fashion range logo, so it was like one of the best mistakes I've ever made. It's like on my leg here, there's like a little cross on my ankle and a cross on the other ankle. To screw your legs to your feet so it keeps you grounded or whatever it was, something stupid. But we got these things. It was like, I thought I'd start at the ankle. I suppose I was like kind of teasing myself into it so I could see what it felt like before I like went in for it. Probably was a little bit of a mistake, so I didn't know I was going to end up like this. Well, here we go. I think next, I got this tattoo down here, which says everything I wanted but nothing I'll ever need. And it was kind of like a place in my life where I'd gotten to a certain point of success and it was like really cool, but it was just a super lonely atmosphere whenever you get home because you lose a lot of different friends and whatever else. And I was like in this amazing penthouse that I owned, but I was still sad and I was like, oh, it's everything I ever wanted, but it's nothing I'll ever need because all you ever really need is good people around you, I guess. We got a bunch of roses going on here, some eagle guys flying away. I get a lot of banners, and then I don't know what to put in the banners. Like I've just kind of left space for stuff that might mean something one day. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know. I'm gonna just colour it in. Oh, we can like write something new every day. Actually, that's a good idea. I like that. Feather. When I was little, I read this story after my nan passed away with my mum. And it was basically about a little boy and the woman in the house kept finding like owl feathers around the house. The day after I read the story, I came downstairs, walked over to where the blinds were and there was this huge feather. So me and my mum kind of thought it was my nan, so I got that from my nan, which is quite cool. I definitely need to fill the rest of this arm up and then I think I only want to go across my chest and then maybe something here. My advice for people getting tattoos is that once you start, you will not stop because there'll always be some sort of space that you look at and go, I need to get something there. And that's kind of what happened to me with all of my tattoos. And I saw online the other day that somebody had like done a picture of me and edited out all my tattoos and I always wondered like what I'd look like without them and I absolutely hated it. So I know I made the right choice, but really make sure when you get the first one that it's what you want to do because once you start, you won't stop.
Let's go. Justin Bieber was the guy that inspired me to get tattoos because he was in the studio and I was like, hey man, does that hurt? Because that's when I just had first met him and he was like, no. Well, my first tattoo was this Playboy bunny right here. I was playing basketball with Justin Bieber and while it was healing and he just messed up the whole thing. But it still looks kind of tight. It looks like magma. Justin did apologize, but he's gonna have to buy me a new one. We were in the club and he was talking about getting hand tats. He asked me if he should do it. I told him, yeah. I told him it's very rock star life, you know what I mean? It's all like my favorite artists, you know, that have passed. And I'm about to do all 10. I'm gonna get Jim Morrison and George Harrison right next to John and everything. Without these guys, I wouldn't be making music right now. I just got this like 2 days ago. It's a snake with a wrapped around an F-16. This is a Gadsden snake, you know, don't tread on me. It has to do with the Second Amendment, kinda, or the right to bear arms. And then I got this little Cartier Love Bangle logo right here, and that was the most painful one that I've ever gotten in my life. Afterwards, it just felt crazy. It felt like it was tattooing my soul. My tattoo path is about to go crazy. I'm just starting. My guy's coming in from Dallas is just about to do all of this on, and he's just gonna fill everything in and go on here, everywhere. I might get a sword on my face, like a claymore, rock and roll. I might get a sword on my face, like a claymore, rock and roll. So I got the sword on my face. F***ing awesome. And I've always been into them since a little kid, so I figured, you know, what better make my mom mad than a nice big claymore on my face. Face tattoos make me interesting to look at. So where I might lack in handsomeness, I make up for in intrigue at least. I think it looks dope. I think I look mean. Whenever I look in the mirror, I look at myself and it's not even like they're there. It's weird. And then whenever I get drunk and look at it, it's like, whoa, I have all these tattoos all over my face. The Stay Away is inspired by Peep's Crybaby tattoo. I thought it was tough as shit. I picked one of my favorite Nirvana songs and just put it on my face. I love playing blackjack, so I was in Montreal and I was like, let's get tattooed, and then I got blackjack on my face for fun. We're shooting a music video for my song Patient. It never came out, but we wanted to get tattooed in the video, so we got this tattoo. That hurt like a mother, surprisingly. I don't know why. This is Gallinson's logo. This is praying hands with, you can't see it, my shirt's too tight. He's holding a Glock. Here I have a big zombie Easter Jesus. Jesus is very handsome, so I figured, how could we make him super metal? And so we made him Easter Jesus. These are just drunk nights, and we're just like, F it, let's get out. I think I have a big, Come and Take It, Spartan stuff, and Master Shake from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. That tattoo actually hurt a lot, and it's dumb because it's a milkshake, and it hurt the most.
First tattoo I got was this little guy right here. It's based on this book that my whole family read. Everyone's got it on their wrist, and it was right before I really had any tattoos. And so I wanted to make sure that it wasn't visible, and so I put it down here. And basically it's about this seagull who wanted to be more than just a seagull. It's Jesus right here. Once again, I didn't have any big tattoos, so I didn't want to put it somewhere and have it visible yet, because the world didn't know I was getting tattoos. I was only like 17. My favorite tattoo is probably my new one. I really like this one. It took about 3.5 hours, almost 4 hours, and the worst part about it is I had to be like this for so long. It was just mad uncomfortable. This one means a lot to me. It's my mom's eye. This is my mom's birthday. Seems like I have a lot of stuff to do with my mom. Me and my dad got this one together. This is a G. It's for my boy. His daughter's name is Georgia. She has a brain condition, and so I got that for him just to support him, let him know I got his back. This is owl, signifies wisdom. X means unknown. You know, they might know my the shell of me, or they might know the artist, but not necessarily me. This is my ex-girlfriend, so I kind of try to cover her face up with some shading, but people still know. Can't really say I feel lower back tattoos on male or female. I think David Beckham has a lower tramp stamp. That's no good. Oh, this one's really cool. The story behind this one is it's LL, stands for when my head's low to lift it up. Just to never keep your head low and always look for the better days.
It's interesting to, you know, look back at the photos of whenever I had no tattoos, and it's just bizarre to see, like, it becomes such a part of you that you don't even notice, but whenever you notice, you're like, damn. I don't think I have any regrets tattoo-wise. It's all a time and a moment. If you want to get something, don't let your friends stop you. You know, don't be too drunk in making the decision. I suppose that's what it would be. Advice for the first face tattoo is, yeah, get after it.